All right. Welcome back to Blue City Reviews. Thanks once again for watching. This is actually my fourth time attempting this review. Evil Dead just jumped onto my shoulder here. This is my fourth time attempting this review because every time it turns into a rant and seems unfair to the people who worked very hard on this film, Evil Dead Rise, 2023, the fifth film in the official Evil Dead series, the second in the series without Bruce Campbell. Quick history about my fandom. I've been a fan since I was 6 or 7. I've talked with Bruce Campbell numerous times. In fact, when my stepmother worked for Fox and he was promoting Briscoe County Jr., I was able to worm my way backstage while he was improvising some ads for Fox. And believe you me, this guy is a master of improvisation. I mean, they gave him no script. They just set up the camera, threw him a Fox crony that he could bounce off of, and said, "Oh, go, action." And Bruce rocked it. I mean, this guy is funny as hell. He was so nice to everybody that day and didn't even get to eat the chili that they had made specifically for him because he was so busy talking to the fans like me, who I was asking him about Mind Warp of all things, but I digress. I'm a hardcore fan and of Sam Raimi as well, and not just from the Evil Dead films and the Spider-Man films and Darkman and all that shit, but even like his bigger budget, classier things like Simple Plan. I think Simple Plan with Bridget Fonda and Bill Paxton and, oh man, Billy Bob Thornton. That is one of the best films ever. I mean, really, just a great example of how you can take just a worn concept and with a little artistic flourish, kick it up to just the best material imaginable. But yeah, I'm a lifelong fan of Evil Dead. I love all the stuff. I got the Blu-ray here, $5 in the Walmart bin. Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, the bootleg cut of Army of Darkness, which has the best things about it are the extended windmill sequence and the added bits at the end with the big battle and of course the alternate ending. Now, the 2013 version I've grown into, right? My biggest problem with that is there's no comedy. Now, I know that there are lots of fans who would say that, now, Cole, the first Evil Dead was not a comedy. And to that I say bullshit. I don't know where you guys grew up. Where I grew up, Evil Dead, the first Evil Dead, was always meant to be a comedy. And the proof is in the pudding. Like, look at that first sequence when they're driving out to the cabin, right? Sam Raimi specifically cut out the shots. Everybody's drinking moonshine, but he cut the shots of Bruce sipping the moonshine out of the scene, but left the dazed and drunken reactions to the moonshine in, which makes Ash look like a buffoon from frame one. And there's no reason for that other than to build up a certain amount of comedic timing and to kind of emphasize the satire. I mean, what's up with the scene where Scott is dying and Bruce Campbell is literally slapping his friend in the face as he's fucking dying? For God's sake, Scott, wake up! Slap, slap. It's sadistic, dark humor, you know, trademark Raimi, right? But it's comedy. And I've seen that movie at bars and parties all over the Midwest. Everybody's always laughing their asses off. It's not like the first Pet Sematary or Texas Chainsaw or even Nightmare on Elm Street, you know, where you show that at a party and everybody kind of quiets down and watches. Now, Evil Dead was always a comedy where I grew up, and Evil Dead 2 and obviously Army of Darkness even took the comedy further. But with the 2013 version, you know, it was like, okay, this is going to be a somber, earnest experience, and, you know, you're going to get gore and It excelled when the lead character was going through withdrawals from the heroin, and you didn't know quite if it was the demonic possession of the withdrawals. That was interesting. That was a good concept they didn't explore very much, and some of the performances were okay, so I gave that movie a pass. It's like a B-. It gives me no great pleasure to say, if you, like me, were on the fence about the 2013 one, this is probably going to be a step below that. The concept sounded great. Like, I was all for it. Who wants to dislike a movie? Anytime a movie fails, it's bad for anybody who makes movies. I thought the concept was great. You know, an apartment building, a high-rise, somebody gets a hold of the book, and, you know, everybody in the apartments get possessed and go after each other. I think that's great. The way it plays out is it's a family that is made up of cliches. There's a mother with 3 children. The mother apparently is a tattoo artist who dyes her hair every other scene, leading to there's a bit where she has like red dye on her shirt that looks like blood. Haha, how clever. One of her children is an edgy DJ. Another one of her children is a protester. Another one of her children cuts the heads off of her dolls and makes weird ornaments out of them. And we get all of this information within 5 seconds. Well, that's exaggerating. 5 minutes. Let's be fair. About 5 minutes. They set all that up very quickly and then cap it off with a quick scene of them, all the kids tickling each other to show you that they all love each other. And then we dive into a mini earthquake wherein the book is revealed to the DJ. And since this is a spoiler-free review, I won't go into it very much more other than to say that that is the extent of the character development. And again, for those of you like me who thought the 2013 version was short on character development, wow. This is like, these people are barely sketches. Now, you know, there are people who may say, well, now Cole, you know, the characters in the first Evil Dead were not that well developed. Ha! I can tell you who Ash was. I can tell you who Scott was. You know, I can tell you who more than a few of these people were. Right. These characters, aside from the mother, I thought was great. I forget the actress's name. She did a fantastic job. Oh my gosh. I mean, even the lead, who's referred to as a groupie about 20 times in the film. Sometimes it's a joke, sometimes it's an insult. Not sure what they were trying to do with that. The lead, who's this rock star who's sort of battling with her own pregnancy internally, has no characterization beyond the fact that she's pregnant. That is the characterization. I couldn't even tell you her first name. Yowzer. Now, obviously there's no comedy. None. This is very earnest. So how about the gags? How about the gore gags, right? I would say it takes about 40 minutes to get to any. 45 minutes to get to any. There is a bizarre prelude and epilogue here that don't tie into the lead script. I'm pretty sure the prelude and the epilogue are there just to, I don't know, add some gore up front, obviously, which if you want to see a good scalping scene, watch the Gina Carano Western that came out a year or two ago. This is not a good scalping. But the epilogue is like a thud. Oh my God. Here I go again. This is my 4th, 5th take on this review. I'm beginning to rant because this movie is so fucking terrible. The effects. Wow. Let me just say this, man. There are 2 good bits in here. One with one of the lead characters eating a wine glass, and another where one of the characters sees a large portion of possessed. Wow, these DVDs keep jumping off. I don't think they like the movie either. Where one of the characters sees a large portion of possessed action through her peephole. So whereas you'd usually get like a long CGI action sequence in this apartment hallway. She sees it through a peephole, and it's very creative. And so there's two good bits there. Other than that, I gotta tell you, man, there was a bit at the end where my fiance was literally laughing because the special effects are so terrible. It's like, for some reason, this film becomes Reanimator, the Jeffrey Combs Reanimator, in the last, 10, 15 minutes. Only it's not, Reanimator type of effects. It's like, Reanimator Part 3 type of effects. You know what I'm saying? Like beyond Reanimator type shit. We really couldn't believe we were sitting in a theater watching effects like this. I feel bad for saying this, but it made me wish they'd just gone CGI. I mean, it was bad. I mean, it was like, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a lead villain here at the end, a weird concoction of things that is not framed well. The audio design, the visual design is not good. Wow. Yeah, this whole thing is a huge disappointment. I don't know. Evil Dead Rise. It made me want to go back and watch the 2013 version, which I've got the DVD around here somewhere. I didn't put it up for this video because I consider it to be kind of an, fan fiction in a way. Wow, yeah, it's disappointing. It's disappointing. I mean, I feel bad for the kids who showed up with blankets and cans of Guinness in their pockets. They were sitting behind us looking to have a good time, dude. I don't think anybody in the theater had a good time. And the theater was fairly full. Now, I'm sure this will have a good opening weekend, and maybe some people will enjoy it. Certainly, lots of people enjoy the 2013 version, which I thought was, like I said, C+, B-, whatever. But I don't think this is going to have a long life. I think it's going to make a little bit of cash off the Evil Dead name. And then it's going to go bye-bye. Because it's shit. Okay, sorry. Sorry, that's how I feel. Thanks for watching. Cheers.